Nilmar. vegetation of the reserve until the day to be punished according to you. Faith be it to you, and I married them as the heavens screaming. And if anyone alert them, fire proceeded out of the mouth and devoured the enemies. And if anyone alert them, she must in this manner be
Thanks. Here's to swimming with bow-legged women.
Alright, here we go with another Drowning in Formaldehyde, Mark Rawls and Nilmar on the radio. I know y'all people, hey, yeah, I know they're probably like, damn, these motherfuckers are at it again with this fucking radio.
Time flies so fast, right? It's like we just released the album early from last time, but right now we're gonna release another, right?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing too. Like, wow, we just released one, but really it's been almost like 6-7 months, and we've had these tracks done for a while, but I've been over here goofing around with artwork and shit and not doing what I'm supposed to do, so it's my fault. And I mean, I could have had it out earlier, but I think the patience is, you know, I gotta get it right, man. That's all I can say. I can't just put out stuff like I used to, just whatever, throw some graphics on it and call it a day. But this stuff, you put so much work into it, and it really shows. The musicianship and the composure is just dead on. I think we finally got the sound, or you got the sound for the drums, and the guitar is just perfect for what we're trying to do.
Yeah, exactly. Something.
Oh, how is Blackie and your steers doing?
Well, I got some bad news for you. She got sold, bro.
What?
Yeah, she was sold.
Blackie?
Yeah, Blackie and Brownie. She got sold for like last month because my dad needs money for the rent for his land. And we're planting a lot of fruits and vegetables. Did you know that?
God damn. No, I didn't know that. So you turned in your place into a farm?
Well, basically, when the pandemic starts, my dad quit his job as a jeepney driver, and then he started to plant some fruits and vegetables, and the land that we have right now is just only for rent. Every year he was only paying for that.
So did your dad have to quit his job because of mandates for the vaccine?
No, it's not about that because that time jeepney drivers' income became very low, and also the gases. Remember that it became expensive.
Oh yeah, as soon as
Yeah,
Joe Biden hit, dude, the
yeah.
shit was over
And
$5, $6, $7
I'll
a
spread
gallon.
your head
Same
open.
here. So just imagine that you're working as a jeepney driver every day, but you don't have any passengers driving, and then you got expensive gas. How many money left that you can have in there? You know, that's why my dad quit his job. But anyways, I did have I'm sorry. What I mean is I did go to college earlier. Did I tell you earlier? Like I did come
No,
to college.
is college different in the Philippines than it is here? Like, is it like here you go through 1 through 12, and then after 12th grade you could either go to college or you could just start a job.
Yeah, it's the same thing. I did
So
school for like
is college over 12th grade?
over. I think that's it. Like I'm gonna I'm gonna go to school for like a 6 from 1 to 6 as elementary, 7 to 12 as senior high school or high school, something like that. And then right now the college has another 4 year thing. That's why I'm starting to I'm gonna start for like a first year because I didn't go to college for like after I graduated senior high.
Yeah.
And
What's the major you're gonna take? What interests you?
BSIS, information, Bachelor of Science in Information System. That's like a programming shit. Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's nice.
And earlier,
So you're going for what over here we call it computer science.
computer science. Yeah, this is kind of similar thing. And earlier, I did take a screening interview and exam. It's really hard, but guess what? I just finished it, and I'm just waiting for the results. So hopefully I get passed while we working for music. It's really getting busy alive for that.
Yeah. Well, good thing. I think after this CD will be good for a while.
Yeah.
But anyway, Johnny and Formaldehyde. Yes, this new
Yeah.
one.
New one, the
I
second
think-
album. We should.
It'll be actually the third.
You better, my friend.
Oh yeah.
I haven't even listened to the first one in a while, so it may suck ass. I don't know. I haven't listened to it, but I know the second one was great because I checked it out quite a few times. Just chilling. I put it on the background.
And then
But
this
this
new
one-
album, and then this new album will be more great.
Oh yeah, I think this one's gonna last us for a while. At least to the 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. At least till the end of the year, we can just coast out and be good for like 5 months, and then put another one out. But as long if we get like one out a year, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I can do more instrumentals.
And will solve any problems that need to be solved. I got the samples and everything in there, bro. Like I got the bass hits, I got everything's ready to rock and roll. And then today I did all the artwork, so we don't have to worry about that. Now all I gotta do is just go, and then like we're good. Yeah.
Do the guttural.
Yeah, and that's what I'm gonna do. What would you like to say? Thanks to anybody, or any credits to anybody? I didn't put a credits list in the layout because I took up the space for the last CD, Dead Blood. I did like an ad section and an ad page for that, as well as the blistering corpus abortion. So is there audio thanks you want to add right now?
Yeah.
Anybody you want to thank? Yeah. Go for it.
Band Timawa, we're gonna release this year, so I want you to check that out. And me, Stephen, and one of my guitarists. I forgot his name because I just recently joined in their project band. Also, Grotesque Fetal Extraction will be released this year, coming this summer. I think it's already in summer, right, bro?
With who? Yeah.
Only me. It's only a one-man.
Oh,
band.
you're gonna self-produce it?
Yes, I did
Oh,
that.
okay.
And it will be released this year, this summer, through what's it called? I got a label in there which is Rivers of Gore Production, so they were gonna release that this summer. I'm just waiting for the approval. And then again, I just check it out for the page called Professor Brutality. Every project band that I have, we're gonna post it in there, so I wanted to check it out.
Okay.
Also, Castigation, you know.
How's that going? That's been a while long.
Yeah, I'm planning to contact my guitarist and start some composing shit like that, same as the last album. And I want to try to contact him, but like that, same as the last album. And I want to try to contact him, but yeah, I think he's busy or something.
You better, my friend.
To go disturb him, but
Well, she must be a virgin when she's returned to me, so she can be properly
And
sacrificed.
which is that you're referring to Castigation?
yeah,
Or what did you say was your main focus right now?
yeah, that Castigation was the main band and my first band that I did before the project. So there's no way that we're not gonna release album this year. It's like we're just resting a little bit because we have a own project.
Yeah, a lot of people have shit, dude. I have like 5 projects going on, and I only really need one, but I get bored like I think everybody else does, and you're like, oh, like I want to do this with this band and that with this band and change the sound, and you experiment a little bit out of the bounds of what you're used to.
Anyways,
So
I think that's enough.
yeah, I'm out of words, man. I gotta get me another beer up in here, and I gotta get one rolled up, and I need everything. I need fucking. Oh man, my beer is gone. I gotta hurry up. So all right, let's wrap this radio show up. Once again, it's been Nilmar, Mark Rawls, Johnny from Formaldehyde. This one went.
still here? It's over. Go home. Go.